Ladies and gentlemen, young people, experienced minds, and every individual who carries a dream within their heart. Today, I speak not about circumstances, not about obstacles, and not about the weight of the world. I speak about you, about your potential, about your responsibility to yourself, about the quiet strength that already exists within you. Every generation is presented with its own challenges. Every individual faces moments of doubt. There will be days when progress feels slow, when effort seems unnoticed, and when results appear distant. Yet it is precisely in those moments that character is built. Success is not an accident. Confidence is not gifted. Strength is not inherited. These are developed deliberately, patiently, and consistently. You must decide who you are going to be before the world decides for you. There will always be noise, opinions, criticism, comparison, distraction. But clarity comes from within. The strongest individuals are not those who shout the loudest. They are those who remain steady when others lose direction. Young people often wait for the right moment. The truth is simple. There is no perfect moment. There is only the present moment. If you want to improve your life, start today. If you want to build skill, begin today. If you want discipline, practice it today. Progress is built on small, repeated actions. Do not underestimate the power of consistency. It is not dramatic. It is not glamorous, but it works. If you improve yourself by just 1% each day, in time you will not recognize the person you have become. That is the mathematics of growth. There will be setbacks. Expect them. There will be rejection. Accept it. There will be fatigue. Manage it, but never allow temporary difficulty to become permanent defeat. Your mindset determines your direction. If you believe you are limited, you will act within limits. If you believe you are capable, you will begin to stretch beyond them. The world responds differently to those who carry quiet certainty. This is not about arrogance. It is about self-respect. Respect your time. Respect your health. Respect your effort. Discipline is a form of self-respect. When you wake up early to work on your goals, that is self-respect. When you refuse distractions that weaken your focus, that is self-respect. When you choose long-term benefit over short-term comfort, that is maturity. Comfort is attractive. Growth is uncomfortable. Choose growth. The modern world offers endless distraction. Scrolling, comparing, consuming, these activities require no courage. Creation requires courage. Improvement requires courage. Leadership requires courage. Be creators, not merely consumers. Create value in your community. Create knowledge. Create opportunities. Create solutions. You do not need permission to improve your life. The difference between ordinary and extraordinary is rarely talent. It is usually effort sustained over time. Many people begin strongly. Few continue consistently. Endurance is rare, and that is why it is powerful. When you feel tired, rest if you must, but do not quit. When you feel uncertain, learn. When you feel behind, work quietly. When you feel overlooked, improve privately. Results eventually reveal effort. Comparison is a dangerous habit. Someone will always be ahead of you. Someone will always appear more successful, but their journey is not yours. Your responsibility is not to compete with everyone else. It is to compete with who you were yesterday. If you are better today than you were last week, you are progressing. Small progress is still progress. For young people especially, understand this. Your habits today shape your future more than your intentions. Good intentions without action change nothing. Clear goals without discipline achieve nothing. Set standards for yourself. Read more than you scroll. Practice more than you complain. Plan more than you postpone. Excellence is not a single act. It is a habit. Every skill can be learned. Every weakness can be improved. Every fear can be reduced through exposure and effort. Confidence grows through action, not thought. If you wait until you feel confident before you begin, you may never begin. Start uncertain. Start imperfect. Start quietly. But start. Your environment influences you, but it does not define you. If you are surrounded by negativity, become the example of positivity. If you are surrounded by complacency, become disciplined. If you are surrounded by doubt, become steady. Leadership is not about titles. It is about influence. And influence begins with personal example. Be reliable, be punctual, be honest, be consistent. These qualities may sound simple, but they are rare, and rarity creates value. Your future is shaped more by your daily routine than by your long-term dreams. Dreams inspire. Routines build. Protect your energy. Not everyone deserves access to your focus. Guard your time carefully. Time once lost cannot be recovered. Do not fear failure. Fear regret. Failure teaches. Regret lingers. The people who succeed are not those who avoid mistakes. They are those who learn quickly from them. Treat every setback as feedback. Adjust, improve, continue. Patience is strength. In an age of instant results, those who are patient gain advantage. Growth takes time. Skill takes repetition. Trust takes consistency. If your goals are meaningful, they will require effort. Nothing valuable is achieved without persistence. To the young, invest in learning. To the experienced, invest in mentoring. To everyone, invest in character. Character sustains success. Without integrity, achievement is empty. Without humility, success becomes fragile. Without discipline, talent fades. Do not chase recognition. Chase improvement. Recognition is a byproduct of value. And remember this, you are capable of more than you realize. Most limits are mental before they are physical. Expand your thinking and your actions will follow. Speak positively about your future. Think constructively about your challenges. Act deliberately towards your goals. You do not need to move fast. You need to move forward. Step by step. Day by day. If you fall behind, resume. If you pause, restart. If you doubt, remind yourself why you began. Your life is not defined by one moment. It is defined by repeated decisions. Choose growth. Choose discipline. Choose resilience. Stand firm in your standards. Move forward with intention. Never settle for mediocrity when excellence is within reach. And above all, remember this. The responsibility for your future is yours. Not circumstances. Not background. Not opinion. Yours. So build wisely. Work steadily. Improve constantly. The world does not need more noise. It needs more substance. Be substance. Commit to becoming stronger, wiser, kinder, and more capable with each passing year. And when challenges arise, as they inevitably will, meet them not with complaint, but with composure. Not with fear, but with focus. Not with surrender, but with steady effort. Because progress belongs to those who persist. Stand firm. Move forward. And never settle. Growth is rarely loud. It is not announced with applause, nor does it arrive with immediate recognition. It happens quietly, through repetition, discipline, and deliberate effort. Those who truly move forward in life are not always the most visible. They are often the most consistent. In a world driven by speed, patience has become a competitive advantage. Many seek rapid results, instant validation, and overnight transformation. Yet meaningful development requires time. Skill demands practice. Confidence demands exposure. Excellence demands repetition. If you wish to become exceptional, you must first become consistent. Consistency is not glamorous. It will not always feel exciting. There will be mornings when motivation is absent and evenings when energy is low. In those moments, discipline must replace emotion. You cannot build a strong future on temporary feelings. You build it on steady habits. Habits shape identity. What you repeatedly do becomes who you eventually are. If you practice focus, you become focused. If you practice resilience, you become resilient. If you practice excuses, you become limited. The choice is always present, even when it feels subtle. Your daily routine is more powerful than your long-term ambition. Ambition sets direction. Routine determines distance traveled. Young people often underestimate the power of small improvements. Reading 10 pages a day may seem insignificant. Exercising 3 times a week may appear modest. Learning one new skill each month may feel slow. Yet compounded over years, these small disciplines create extraordinary transformation. Do not look for dramatic change. Look for measurable progress. You must also learn to manage your environment. Not every voice deserves your attention. Not every opinion requires your response. Protect your focus as you would protect something valuable, because it is. Distraction is easy. Commitment is rare. If you truly want to grow, reduce what weakens you and increase what strengthens you. Spend time with those who challenge you to improve. Seek feedback without defensiveness. Accept correction without resentment. Maturity is measured not by how you react to praise, but by how you respond to truth. Responsibility is freedom. When you accept full responsibility for your progress, you stop blaming circumstances. You stop waiting for permission. You stop expecting rescue. Instead, you begin acting with intention. This shift changes everything. There will be obstacles, there always are. Some will be external, limited resources, unexpected setbacks, competitive environments. Others will be internal, doubt, fear, hesitation. The external obstacles test your strategy. The internal obstacles test your character. Strengthen your character. Train your mind to remain steady under pressure. Learn to pause before reacting. Develop the ability to think clearly when others panic. Calm individuals lead effectively because they think effectively. Emotional control is a silent advantage. Another essential principle is delayed gratification. The ability to sacrifice short-term comfort for long-term gain separates those who progress from those who stagnate. Comfort feels safe, but growth requires stretching beyond familiarity. Choose long-term benefit over short-term pleasure. Build skills that increase your value: communication, critical thinking, financial awareness, physical health, emotional intelligence. These are assets that appreciate over time. Invest in them deliberately. Your future self is shaped by your present standards. Raise those standards. Demand honesty from yourself. Demand effort from yourself. Demand improvement from yourself. Not harshly, but firmly. Remember that comparison weakens clarity. Your path is unique. Focus less on who is ahead and more on whether you are advancing. Progress is personal. If you improve daily, even marginally, you are winning. And when progress feels slow, remind yourself, stability precedes acceleration. Foundations must be solid before structures rise high. Work quietly. Refine patiently. Improve consistently. The world respects results, but results respect preparation. Prepare thoroughly. Do not wait for confidence. Build it through action. Do not wait for opportunity. Prepare until opportunity recognizes you. Do not wait for perfect conditions. Create momentum within imperfect ones. Momentum is built by movement. Start where you are. Use what you have. Improve what you can. Repeat the process. Over time, repetition becomes strength. Strength becomes confidence. Confidence becomes influence. And influence, when guided by integrity, becomes leadership. Keep moving forward, not recklessly, not hurriedly, but steadily. The steady individual outlasts the impulsive one. The disciplined individual surpasses the distracted one. The patient individual outperforms the anxious one. Your advantage lies not in speed, but in consistency. Build wisely. Improve daily. Stay focused. And never compromise the standards that will define your future. As you stand at the threshold of your ambitions, remember this: the journey is yours alone. The world may offer guidance, the world may provide examples, but the responsibility for progress rests entirely within you. Do not wait for validation. Do not wait for recognition. Do not wait for permission. Begin with the resources, talents, and time you possess right now. Strength is not measured by absence of challenge, but by presence of perseverance. Every obstacle, every difficulty, every moment of doubt is an opportunity to strengthen your resolve. Those who endure, who maintain focus, and who act with integrity will find that consistency breeds mastery. The person who shows up daily, even quietly, often achieves more than the one who seeks grandeur without effort. Discipline is your invisible ally. It rewards silently. It compounds unseen. While others indulge in comfort or distraction, you build habits that form the foundation of excellence. Organize your time. Protect your attention. Prioritize growth. These are not small acts. They are declarations that you refuse mediocrity. Confidence is cultivated, not inherited. You build it through deliberate action, through mastery of your craft, and through repeated confrontation with uncertainty. Fear diminishes when faced consistently. Doubt fades when replaced with preparation. Action, repeated and measured, is the ultimate remedy for hesitation. Seek knowledge relentlessly. Read not for amusement alone, but for understanding. Learn not for comparison, but for competence. Surround yourself with those who challenge your thinking, who push you to be sharper, wiser, and more capable. Guard against negative influence, but embrace constructive criticism. Humility will guide you. Curiosity will drive you. Persistence will carry you forward. The greatest victories are often silent. They are built quietly, with patience and focus, until they become undeniable. Celebrate progress privately and let results speak publicly. Recognize that success is rarely linear. There will be setbacks. There will be delay. There will be fatigue. In these moments, your character will determine the outcome more than any skill or talent ever could. Remember, the power to shape your future lies entirely in your own hands. Your choices today define your reality tomorrow. Stand firm in your standards, act with intention, and never compromise on the principles that guide you. And when you look back at the path you have forged, you will see that every decision to persevere, every commitment to excellence, every moment of courage has accumulated into a life of purpose and achievement. So move forward with clarity, strength, and unwavering determination. Pursue improvement, embrace challenge, and honor the potential within you. The journey is yours. The responsibility is yours. The opportunity is yours. And in claiming it, you will realize the remarkable power that has always existed within. Stand firm. Move forward. Never settle.